nirapekṣo nirvikāro nirbharaḥ śītalāśayaḥ agādhabuddhirakṣubdho bhava cinmātravāsanaḥ. You are unconditioned and changeless, dense, of profound intelligence, serene and unperturbed. Hence, desire for and remain rooted in pure consciousness alone. The verse starts with unconditioned. Nirapekṣo. Conditioning takes place in a human being by so many things of past and present. We are conditioned by our physical body, our mind, our environment, our previous life's sanskaras, our intellect, whatever knowledge we gather in life, practical, spiritual, our beliefs, and so on. Conditioned by our sense and our impulses at physical level, conditioned by emotions and feelings at mental level, conditioned by our reasoning, our logic, our decisions at intellectual level. Emotions here are often influenced by our vasanas, deep-rooted impressions, which impact, which push our thoughts in a particular manner. So Ashtavakra says, you are not conditioned by any of this. The next expression is changeless. This changeless connects naturally with the first expression, unconditional. All the conditioning explained above is due to the combination of our body with mind and intellect, or either of these three alone, BMI, or our V, vasanas. And Ashtavakra says, you can never be unconditioned because, why? Because you are changeless. For being conditioned, you have to be one of these three B or M or I or V vasanas. You are none of these because self is essentially changeless. And all these BMI are all ever changing. So you are changeless and hence you can never be conditioned. We can also absorb these two expressions like the other way. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. I am not any of the impressions which can condition me. Having realized this, I contemplate deeply on what I am then if I am none of these, and then go on to experience that I am the changeless self. So it is the other way. I am changeless because I am unconditioned. I am unconditioned because I am changeless. So these two expressions are juxtaposed with one another. Nirbhara, dense, complete, wholesome, indivisible. All these expressions are guideposts to this expression on self. Nothing can penetrate this unconditioned, changeless self, which is like an indivisible rock. Nothing more is to be acquired. Nothing more is to be discovered than this wholesome, complete, Purnam self, which is nirbhara, thence. Agādhabuddhi, profound intellect. This is the pure sattvic intellect with which the self is known, and once it is known, one crosses this sattvic intellect and exists as what? Unperturbed, akṣubdho. What is this akṣubdho, unperturbed? Pure sattva. Even sattvic intellect can be disturbed, but you cross that sattvic intellect and exist as pure sattva, unperturbed. See how the sequence flows, one leading to the other, another leading to the third, like this. How beautifully it gets sequenced. All this sequencing is possible when a meditator takes up intense meditation on such verses and glides through experiencing of this sequence. So what is the ultimate culmination of all the above? Ruling out all the tendencies and ruling out any conditioning possible due to our identity with our BMI. Realize that you are changeless self in your meditation with your sattvic intellect. Then transcend the sattvic intellect when meditation goes to the level of nirvikāro on the changing self and exist as unperturbed pure sattva. And thereafter be stilled, bhava, only and only in that changeless, unconditional, unperturbed pure awareness. Cinmātra alone. Never return to the conditioned, changing, perturbing existence as BMI ever. Thereafter, abide in and only in and as self. Bhava cinmātra. In the concluding line, we missed out one expression till now. What is that? Desire for pure consciousness, vasana, cinmātravāsanaḥ. Because with the travel described in meditation, desiring to exist as pure consciousness does not suit well, because already the sadhaka is existing unperturbed, and at that state he concludes as pure consciousness. So that desiring for pure awareness consciousness was not exactly suiting in the depth of our meditation process, our sequence. So naturally it had to be left out. But coming down from that sequence, if we have to understand this vasana, desire to exist as pure consciousness has to be understood in the context of what the Acharya might have meant to a student who is yet to reach the state of unperturbed pure consciousness, following the sequence which is elaborated in the commentary. Acharya is perhaps describing the abundance and beauty of pure consciousness with expressions like changeless, unconditioned, unperturbed, etc. And after loading such wholesome expressions on self and revealing to the student that he verily is the self, he concludes, Acharya has given the discourse, but yet the student is at the Shravana Manana state. He has not reached, glided and experienced the sequence of starting from unconditioned to the cinmātra. So, to further motivate him, after showing him the laddu, after showing him the nectarine sweetness of pure self with all the sequencing, Acharya looks through into the student's eyes and then says, see, I have described you the sweetness, the abundance, the wholesomeness of existing as cinmātra with this commentary. Now, therefore, leave all other desires and desire for pure consciousness alone. Where will you get all these sequences? Chinmaya's lines on this desiring aspect. The common advice of all the masters to the seekers is one and the same. Desire this consciousness alone. Bhava cinmātravāsanaḥ. As our desires, so our thoughts. As our thoughts, so our experiences. Desires of world of objects shall create sensuous thoughts, and we shall come to experience the world of plurality. Ardently desire for a direct apprehension of the pure consciousness alone. Our thoughts shall be of the divine self only, and we shall come to experience the great, grand reality of the universe and the life therein. May we conclude with this line which flows from the source. It is not about detach to attach or attach to detach here. It is an instruction, it is a command. Having already detached from all that are ephemeral, changing, not only attach, but crave for, and exist only as cinmātra, pure consciousness. Hari Om Tat Sat.